Here you go.
You just click it right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I completely forgot to get mic'd up, so it sounds more professional.
Check 1, check 2. Said you know what to do.
Oh shit! You know he come from an MC family like that.
Yes, sir.
MC family right there. That's hip hop royalty right there.
And I mean, this is a hip hop state village. Like let's get like where we at right now. Not too far from here is where the mighty original Sugar Hill Records is from.
Oh, if you want to go into that, listen. All right, we gotta get back to. I know I done feng shui this all crazy and shit, but I forgot what I was talking about before.
Talking about TMZ?
Yeah, TMZ. We're gonna get back to TMZ, but just to get on that. All right, bust it. So hip hop started in the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
It started in an area, from what I understand to be the west side of the Bronx. Most people think it's
Sedgwick Avenue.
Yeah. So most people think it's the South Bronx because KRS-One, but it's actually Sedgwick and Cedar.
Yep.
And I had the pleasure of being raised across from it in what you would call the RPT, known as the River Park Towers.
Okay, wow. I didn't know that.
Or Roberto Clemente State Park. So when I was growing up, I knew nothing about this. I used to go to the building and had no idea like this.
It's like a landmark now.
Yeah, well, now it is. But back then, hip-hop wasn't in my face like that, even though I was in the 80s. 80s, it was just, niggas get robbed, niggas fighting,
it's
so
the
they
Bronx.
get shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you know what I mean? So in Cedar Park, they wasn't breaking and doing none of that. They was just like fighting or shooting or shit. Fast forward, I moved to a small town out of the Bronx in Teaneck, New Jersey. Come to find out that Sugar Hill Gang, one of the trademark biggest groups and labels, are from
Sylvia
this
Robinson.
part of Jersey, Bergen County, right? Is it Inglewood and Teaneck or one of the two?
I believe it's maybe I don't want to get the facts.
It's one of I don't want to get it mixed up because I know a couple. We shout out to Pesh because his father is one of the Wonder Mike, I believe.
Shout out to Lady Luck. That's her family as well.
Shout out to Chanel. I went to school with Chanel. So
that's what's up.
She called me Anthony, nigga. I don't call her Chanel. The fuck? She don't call me my stage name.
That's how you know somebody. Like,
I know you. It's all good. It's all love. It's all love. I see her doing her thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to Luck. You know what I mean? Yeah, we definitely have like a lot of people, hip hop royalty in this area,
and just music. I mean, Kool and the Gang, Isley Brothers,
right?
Parliament,
Isley Brothers. Damn.
You know what I mean?
They just came out with an album. You see?
Ron
Isley's out here.
He's looking like a rapper.
Yo, he's rapping. He's rapping, yo.
He's rapping.
It's fun. Oh my God, I'm sweating. Sorry, I'm rushing everything. Because I actually just ran and seen Wakanda Forever real quick.
Don't say nothing because I'm
gonna give
spoilers.
I'm not gonna give no spoilers. I'm just gonna give a light review on it. That's what I'm gonna do. So I was like, it's coming out today, and that shit is almost 3 hours. So I had to like press it. Like I just got here. Like, I was like, all right, got my shirt and all that. You know what I mean? So let's go back. Boom. TMZ. So I'm watching TV one day. And I see you on TMZ as like an outsider on the you one of the guys they hit up for information dealing with what exactly?
Well, the first time I don't know which time you saw that I was on there.
This is years ago. I don't know.
One of the times I remember particularly, one of the times I really enjoyed was we were talking about Steph Curry, and I believe it has something to do with the national anthem protests.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. It's not a national anthem protest. It was a protest against police brutality, but they, that's the programming. But anyway, I spoke about because Steph Curry decided one game to participate in not standing, just like Colin Kaepernick, who is also in.
But this was before that, right? It was this time before Colin Kaepernick?
It was around the same time.
It was around the same time?
Because Colin was with the 49ers and, of course, the Warriors. They was all right there, Oakland and San Francisco. So anyway, just like people do even right now when it comes to athletes and taking any type of a stance, there was some pushback. I think me and Harvey kind of got into it. because I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that. I like. Go continue. I do this all the time.
No. So we had our back and forth, and we had our exchange, all love, of course. Because at the end of the day, I think um, going forward now, we of course we knew what kind of man Steph Curry was then, but even more so, we see what type of man he is now.
Mhm.
And I think, for me, that was one of my most memorable things because I was able to get my point across. They cut you off like this. It's quick. It's
So wait,
TV.
but how did you get to that point where? Because you're like, did you become a regular?
I wouldn't say I was a regular, but I did it maybe 4 or 5 times after that. Yeah.
That's regular to me. Like that's more regular than anybody else. But how did you get? I gotta backtrack a lot. I know I'm jumping here.
No.
And there's a lot there, and we're gonna jump from here and there. Some of this stuff was backed up because it's been a lot of news going on for the last 2 weeks, and I've been wanting to talk about shit. I can't talk about shit. I'm this motherfucking god damn it,
motherfucker. Tiptoe now.
But
we gonna talk.
How did you get to the point where they're hitting you up 4 or 5 times a week? 4 or 5 times, I say during a year or so, or about your opinion on anything that's going on.
Well, I got to first of all, I got to give props to Jen Jersey. She, I believe she was a publicist and a PR person, but I did a podcast similar to the show we're doing right now. I was doing a podcast for a while, and she was just a fan, a regular fan that would join us to the point where she just started participating, and she would come on the show and kind of like add her, opinions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of just told me from her days of doing PR that, she has some friends that booked for the show, and she thought I would be great for it. And she took my information and put it in, and sure enough, they hit me back. I did, that first trial run or whatever.
So you did a pod with her.
Yeah.
And she liked how everything was going. So she was like, yo, let me hit you up to my connect.
Yeah, basically.
See, relationships. People.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Yeah,
that's how this pod is working. I don't know. I'm asking people like, hey, man, you want to come?
That's your currency, man. That's the biggest currency that you can have.
Yes.
Especially with anything, but especially in this business, when you talk about media or any form of entertainment, it's relationships, man.
Yeah. Which gets to the Kanye situation too, because his relationships kind of got burnt, but we're not going to go there right now.
Yeah.
But basically, so that's how you got to TMZ. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, I knew this man. I met this man as an MC.
Mm-hmm. I'm still an MC. Don't get
no, and I am too. Even though I'm still MC, but I met him as an MC, and he's not only an MC, but his family is hip hop royalty.
Respect.
Right now. Your family, your cousin, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get it wrong. I know this man. I don't want nothing, you know what I mean? But Do It All,
yes,
from Lords of the Underground.
Yes.
His real name is
the Honorable Councilman Dupre Kelly of the West Ward of.
There you go. Goddamn it! Don't let me fuck it up. Come on now, here, because I ain't gonna be that one.
First hip hop artist, platinum seller, professional rapper to be elected to a seat, elected as an elected official in the United States of America. Only one person beat him to the punch. That was Sean Barrow. He's the first international.
Oh, okay. So Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean caught a body. Nah.
Allegedly.
You know,
shout out to Sean, man. I think. Well, I don't.
Shout out to Sean, because Sean, of course, our friend.
Belize.
Yes. The Belize connection.
Yes.
You know what I mean? With Murdoch. Shout out to Murdoch. So, you know what I mean? He always was like, yo, he's Belizean. I was like, okay. You know what I mean? So you know how that go. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy how that all kind of intertwines too. And Do It All. Best friend is my favorite MC of all fucking time.
Yeah, man.
Reggie Noble, aka Redman.
Yes,
God damn it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's why I got him here. Come on, man.
Proximity, right? Come on, Reg.
Hey, it's all about relationships. God damn it. I gotta work, gotta eat out here. God damn it. Nah, but
shout to Red, man. And anybody that drives around Newark, New Jersey, down Edison Place, Prudential Center, they got a fucking billboard of. We can curse on it?
Yes, this is me. Come on,
just
I'm
making
the
sure.
troublemaker. Go ahead.
A fucking billboard of Dude and Redman right inside the Prudential Center.
Ooh, back to back.
Standing right next to each other.
Well, is it a new picture or is it
Fairly new.
fairly new?
I think it went up in like September. So
That's what's up.
yeah,
That's
man.
what's up. That's what's
Redman,
up.
yes.
And since we're right there, the news has been crazy. There's been a lot of RPs going around lately.
Yeah.
And especially dealing with Jersey and Newark.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? RIP Tame One.
Yes.
RIP Hurricane G.
Yes.
Now I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that keen on Tame One. From my understanding, he had a lot to do with a lot of things that came into.
Yeah, man. I mean, I believe I could be wrong. I believe that Tame and Red are also cousins.
So wait, yeah, I did hear that he's related. But wait, yeah, he's related to Tame, right? And then Hurricane G's connection to Eric Sermon because they have a child together, right? I've heard that years ago. Like,
I don't want to say the wrong thing, but
okay,
and shout to Hurricane G. You know, I believe Spanish
condolences to everybody, the Reds
all,
family, the Tames family, to Hurricane G, and the Eric Sermon, all of them,
all the Boricuas uptown, man.
And she was one of the first.
Yeah, man.
She was one of the first. She doesn't really get the props that she should have for that, but yeah, she was definitely one of the first. You know what I mean? I just remember that voice. I'm like, yo,
I love that, man. And in the video, it's like a time capsule, for lack of a better term. When you look at that video, and it's in black and white too, which is so ill of that time, man. It was just, and I was a kid. I was, man,
shit. I was young. I ain't gonna look like. I can't. My first album I listened to, Redman, was actually "There's the Dark Side." It was one of the dudes in my school. He always had the red cassette because that's back when you had the purple tape. You know what I mean? You had the purple tape for Raekwon and Wu and all that, and you had the red. Redman had his red tape. Crazy, you had to be a red man, had to know all that shit. But yeah, that was my first introduction. I was like, who the fuck? I remember I used to, this is how crazy it is. I used to go to 181st Street, right across the street from the Bronx, 181st Street, right down there. Not too far from Dykeman and shit. And they used to have bootleg cassettes for $3. This is like early 90s. I bought everything. That shit was horrible. That shit got chewed up. That one side didn't play. The other side played, but it was like it was horrible. They was making bootlegs of anything back in the day.
And people don't like, look what you said. You were going out of your house, all the way out of the way to get music when we so blessed now.
I probably was just because I used to go back and forth to the Bronx.
Right, but I'm just saying, like today, if anything I want to hear, I just pull up my phone.
Oh yeah,
Spotify, whatever. So like the effort that we have to put in, and that's not that.
There's
long
no
ago.
effort. That's why everyone has an opinion and they can hide behind the keyboards and start a whole bunch of issues without showing face or showing anything. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna hide behind their rock right after the situation. But yes, like I said, this man, he comes from hip hop royalty. There's so much I could start. Like what? Like I met you as a rapper.
Yeah.
So when I met you as a rapper, what was your mind state back then? Like what did you want to do? Like me, I went to rap. I made all the funny club records, but I was really just a spitter trying to figure my way. And I just wanted to get respect and get noticed. You know what I mean? What did you want out of it?
I mean, I would definitely say the same. Like I wanted to get noticed. I wanted to get my word and my just my beliefs out there, and just because everything with me at the time when I was a rapper was conceptual, like we alluded to the election day stuff.
Yeah,
that was an entire persona that I took on, because a little bit before that, I used to do these. It's crazy. I used to do these video blogs that I would tape, that my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, would tape me on a digital camera.
Okay.
And I would just sometimes for like 45 minutes straight, just by myself talking to the camera, and I would just be going. This is like,
any way to get it out. Is
Yeah,
there any
yeah.
way to get it out? Like,
So
any way to like? I see. Like when people see me doing this, I think podcasting in my head is still like I'm music because
yeah.
it's like a
Oh,
verse. This is
yeah,
like a verse to me or a
yeah.
song.
100%.
So if this podcast is crazy, it's like, oh, this is a hot song. Go back to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I'm
Run that
thinking in
back.
my head. Because before I rapped or did music, I was an artist. You know what I mean? I used to have my portfolio thing over there, and I
Oh,
used to just
that's hip hop.
I just
Yeah.
used to doodle. And my thing, I'm going to be a cartoonist. But then I was like, introduced to hip hop and doing it. I took all that energy and I put it into doing songs.
Verbally.
Yeah. So this is the same thing.
Just another type of expression.
Yeah, it's all creative expression. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So
And from that, I kind of like, we would sit and we would have conversations, and I would say, well, I'm not really in my music. I'm not really the gangster. I'm not really the
yeah, you didn't play
the
that.
drug. Yeah,
You didn't play that to me.
because the way I learned how to hip hop and to be a hip hop artist, and just by sheer virtue of the people that we were talking about earlier, the OGs that I've been
You was
around.
right there.
Yeah, you MC and you hip hop. That's authentic to you, and you talk about the way that you
Well, those people wasn't
live the
really
culture.
trying to be even. See, back then, if you was the biggest, baddest guy, you not trying to come off as that because then they know who you are. See, we
That's
live in
true,
an
too.
era now where
You're telling on yourself.
you want to tell on yourself. Like
Yeah.
these kids want to tell on themselves. They want, even though, like, say RIP to Takeoff, but say the whole situation on Takeoff, like the person's quote unquote that supposedly had did it, the internet goes after him. So what does he does? He responds. Why respond back? You're giving them something to feed off. Now, if you do get caught for it, you're gonna talk shit until you get caught, and then what now?
And the district attorney is like, "Oh man, thank you."
Easy, no. Because of the phones, half of the police work is done.
Yeah.
Sorry. It is. Yo, these motherfuckers that be online, they be slowing down the picture. They be like, oh, I see this angle. I see that. I be like, God damn, these niggas got nothing but time. And they ain't get paid for it. Or they might get paid for it due to their views, but they could be like working for the police for real. But
very likely.
Yeah, you didn't come off as you was, I'm a gangster, or I'm whatchamacallit. And I can understand that. Like I never came off that way at all. You might have a couple bars in there.
Yeah, I mean, we not suckers either.
Yeah, like, you might have a couple bars in there, but I'm not. Yo, I come out busting this shot. No, I was never that. I was always clever or try to find, like you said, you like to have like a concept. Yeah. I love concept. Concept songs are the best to me because that means you thought of the whole concept, and I think of it like a essay. You got to have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So I'm just like, all right, what are all the things I could talk about?
Where are we going here?
To get to that point, you know what I mean? So yeah, I like that point. But you never came off like you were that kind of MC. You came off like you was around, like, listen, you were around freaking Do It All, Red. Who else is around you at that time?
I mean, and then just
like
the people
coming
that,
up.
I mean, that and just the people that was around, just that were my age,
MCs
that I was just
coming up with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I mean, shout out to, there's so many I could think of, but like shout out to David Rush, who a lot of people don't know, but he was a rapper that was signed to Pitbull pretty much on his deathbed. God forbid, he had a serious kidney ailment. He had the song "Go Girl." With Pitbull. It was like a club hit.
This is when Pitbull was doing the club stuff.
Yeah,
he wasn't in the tuxes yet.
I think he had just crossed into the tuxes at that moment.
But he was still kind of borderline and like,
but he was still one foot in, one foot
he had
out.
one tux song and one not tux song.
Right.
Got you. He had the one bald headed with the wife beat on. I remember. All right, I got you. So he had a song with Pitbull.
Yeah, Elephant Mayo and all of them. And then it was
that's 05, 06.
That's when, crazy time.
A lot of colors. a lot of colors.
A lot of interesting fashion choices too. We did the blazers with the jeans. We was wilding.
God.
But I mean, but yeah, not to derail. Yeah, just coming up around all those people and just understanding not get lost into what everybody else was doing and do things that was true to myself. That's why it was two concepts that I came up with. One was, of course, the election day and President Cowell and going deep into that whole thing, because this was 07. So I was really
Is
heavily
your family
influenced
just
by
on some
Obama.
election shit? Your family just want to win all. Like, listen, let's get the votes out here. Come on, wasn't there an election yesterday? That was fucked up.
It's
2 days ago.
It's crazy manifestation though, because we was running around doing that shit for music back then, and then turn around and fucked around and did it for real.
Yeah,
so
like
manifestation is crazy.
Let me not forget. He did a run before, right?
Yeah, he did a run in 18.
And that didn't quite go well.
Yep.
And
lost.
He lost. And this run, he didn't lose.
Didn't lose. In fact, he won, but then it had to go to a runoff. You know, politics is crazy. And then the second time around, he killed homie. Well, you know what I mean.
Figuratively. Yeah, we got motherfuckers down here. Word, he killed them. Let's get on them.
No.
Keyboard warriors. Let's go.
Spotify said, "Yo, just do you," which is understandable because he was wildly popular. And then a lot of things started happening. A lot of like what we would call misinformation started coming out, and he made a lot of people feel uncomfortable for things that he said about COVID, and it was some race stuff that people were saying that he was saying, not really necessarily just on his podcast, but just throughout his life. And that's also an effect of when you take away the filtration system or the middleman or just the checks and balances.
Excuse me. My bad.
You good. For lack of a better term, you kind of get that because you get the raw, unfiltered information. And for some people, we don't want that. We want it to be filtered. We want
it to be comfortable.
Yeah. But then there's some of us that believe, just put it out there, man. And
I'm all about information and getting the knowledge and doing the research. You know what I mean? For it. I understand people want the comfortability of I don't have to, but that used to build so much character and stuff like that. Like the shit that my fathers did and shit, like we don't have to do. And yes, it's more comfortable, but it makes you lazier, makes you not as ambitious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everything could come to you and you don't have that drive. You know what I mean? I like trying to scratch and see, all right, what can I find out of this situation?
Yeah.
Other than waiting for it to come. Oh no, I'll wait and it'll come to me. Like I'm not trying to do that. So, but the show ended in April. You said?
Yeah, we sunset the show back in April.
When did it start exactly?
It started in the lick of the pandemic. So we launched the show October 2020, right before the 2020 election. That October, so it was crazy. It was it was a weird thing because it was fully remote. All the engineers, all the talent, like the hosts, all of us, the producers, everybody was in their own respective house, and we were just through the thank God for the internet, we were all working together that way. And there was a lot of question marks about a show like that. How sustainable is a show that you do to this scale without being in a studio, without having anybody, even like at least without having the engineers in the studio, everybody relying on this thing, and plus the sound quality and all that stuff was figured out by a phenomenal team. We not only launched, but we were successful. I think we were at one point we were one of the highest streamed shows on Spotify. I mean, we had I think it was something like 500,000 listens by the first 2 months or something like that, which was really impressive, especially because we had minimal to no press. So we did really well. I mean, I really was able to take my career, continue to the next level because of that show. But just like everything else in show business, that show came to an end. I just did a show for the World Cup. For it's something like cool and nostalgic, just stories about like Maradona or different soccer legends and teams, the USA team and stuff.
So you're like, what's the guy? Ah, damn, I forget his name. Who's the guy with the white hair that they put at every event or thing? You're like that guy, kind of. You're Allison Silva.
Anderson Cooper?
And this one of them. He got the white. He's always he's white man. I
think he's talking about.
Yeah. He's always there. He's someone. His mother was famous or some shit like
Gloria Vanderbilt. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I know it like that. So yeah, you're like that.
I think her name was Gloria.
In the hip hop texture. Like,
Well, that's a compliment.
yeah. I'm giving you that because, like, I'm like, God damn, he's at every event. He's doing this. He's doing that.
Yeah,
He's
man.
talking to
In it
this
to win it,
person,
man.
talking to that person. And I was like, God damn, I knew him when he had the NJ jersey fitted on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what happened? But
Yeah, man. I mean, and you'll still catch me like as far as like on the hip hop stuff. Like, I mean, I'll probably be at a hip listening event or like maybe a open mic or whatever. Not even just because I gain anything from it. I just love hip hop, man. I still very
no,
much love hip hop.
you when you say you love hip hop, you love hip hop. But I think when it, from my point of view, I used to love to wake up and make a beat or love and be
Yeah,
like, yo, I got a verse to spit. And
yeah,
that kind of motivation ain't there as much as it used
yeah,
to be.
yeah. I
I
feel that.
just to be like, ooh, I got something for these niggas. I can't wait for them to
Yeah,
hear. Like that kind of
yeah,
kick, I'm just mad about that. Like when I hear certain things, I'll be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Jay-Z's verse, okay, I should be writing the verse to this. Then everybody writes a verse to it, and I'm like, I'm gonna be like everybody else. I'm still gonna write a verse.
yeah. You still gonna write a verse? Of course, you still gonna write a verse to it. You gonna be driving around listening to it, like,
Yeah,
man,
man. I'm like, I'm still gonna write a verse to
come
this
on
bitch,
now,
man. Fuck is he talking about?
because that's hip hop, man. And I mean, no matter what we do in life, no matter if it's entertainment adjacent or if it's within media or whatever, everything we continue to do is hip hop. Like, I mean, not. I know we're jumping around and not to ramble, but
Yeah.
a lot of people were given. Not a lot of people, but I think Vogue magazine was giving Drake and 21 Savage a lot of flack for
I
making
heard about
fake.
the whole thing, like they trying to sue him now or some shit like
Yeah, they
that.
trying to sue him, and
I think, see, we live in a world. All right, let's go. I ain't even
but
touch
to me,
that.
that's hip hop.
But let's
That's hip hop to me.
everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to play a victim, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when they play a victim, whoever they're playing the victim to, they start bullying. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you use the power of being a victim to now bully the person that you claim victimized you, or vice versa, whatever way you want to put it.
Mm.
So that's where I'm just like, bro, like a lot of times, like there's a lot of things up here, like just to get into it, I guess we got to talk a little bit about it. Now, I'm going to touch here and there. The whole Kanye and Kyrie situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Kanye, I know he's a little off. He's not. He has information, but he doesn't know how to deliver it.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
That's the number one issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having somebody that it's like having somebody that know how to play the game, but don't know how to pass, or don't know like something that throws the whole shit off. Like, nigga, that would have been it. What are you doing? Like, you got the information from however he got, and yes, he says he doesn't read. I understand that whole thing. He's dyslexic or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I have that issue too. But my thing is, it's all about the execution.
Yeah.
And people is about the delivery. It's about the messenger, the delivery, and the execution.
Right.
If you can't get not one or three of them done right, everybody's going to say this information. It makes sense, but we don't like you.
Yeah.
So
and they're
that's
confused too because they're like, what are you trying to say? Because this is all. I had a God bless my cousin Timmy. Passed away in 2019. He suffered from schizophrenia, and he had some other mental issues, and he was very smart.
Here we go.
He was very smart, right? He was very like functional, as they call it, like high functional. But especially when he wouldn't take his medication, sometimes he would be up for a long, like he wouldn't sleep. He'd be up. I guess it would be
So
like
his mind is up.
His mind is up. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't want to say he was bipolar, but like for example, if somebody's bipolar when they're going through the mania side of it, they're very energetic. They're doing a lot. They can't sit still. And then the things that he would say, the things that he would talk about, it would be all over the place, and it would be everywhere. And it would be a lot of information. It would be like, yo, what are you talking about? And when I listened to Ye's interviews or when I just listen
It
to him
sounds
speak,
like that.
it reminds me of I
Because
go there
it's like
automatically.
he goes on a tangent and it doesn't see how we could go on a tangent, but I'm still like, let me go back so you can understand how I'm trying to get to where I'm at.
Yeah.
He just goes on a tangent. So what we need to do is and that's not and it just is jumping because he's just feeling it and just regurgitating this information out, and you're not. It's like, bro.
And I'm not trying to say that Kanye got schizophrenia and like that.
This is how we're perceiving it. It's not a diss.
This is how I perceive it.
Right. And my thing, along with the Kyrie situation, shout out to Kyrie.
Shout out to Kyrie for sure.
A fellow flat earther. I don't give a fuck what niggas feel about me. Yeah, say that. I'm that nigga. Come fuck with me. I got some shit to say, and I ain't Kanye with it. 5 years of flat earther. Love it. Beautiful. It's so free. Anyway, let's get back. I ain't gonna take you down that rabbit hole. No.
No, but shout out to Kyrie, man, for real.
The thing I don't like is Kanye, what they're doing to Kanye, and we all know this. Mm-hmm. Even the people that saying, "Oh, it's not what it is," it's an example. They're making an example. They're flexing their muscles. They're showing their power. Because let's be honest, Mel Gibson said some wild shit.
Yeah,
nobody remembers that. They didn't touch his money like they touching him.
Yeah,
they ain't touch his money.
It was on a plane or something like that.
But Mel Gibson, he's wild, Australian or some shit. He says shit about niggas and he says shit about them. Yeah. But you ain't touch their money. You ain't touch his money. You ain't touch. You know what I mean?
And was that before or after Passion of the Christ? I'm trying to remember.
This might have been.
It was like the same time.
It's around that because he got a lot of flack because of Passion of the Christ,
right?
And that whole making Jews, quote unquote, I don't like calling that the ish people, quote unquote, look bad because look, I went to Catholic school. I heard the whole story. Supposedly the Romans and Jews had something to do. The ish people,
right? I mean, that's
the story, right?
Go, yeah.
But bottom line, Jesus, quote unquote, is supposed to be Jewish,
right?
Like if you really know,
right? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get to religion. And then, I don't know.
Let's not go to the place they're at. They're in a place where brown people are. So, hey, you take that as you want to. So, I always said, y'all want me to believe that this white hippie lives in the Middle East and have a Hispanic name. How is this happening? How does this white hippie have all this happening? The fuck?
It's powerful to program it. I mean, we've all read things like and saw things how the image, as a lot of us know it today as Jesus Christ, is a portrait of what's I forget the name of it. I hope one of my good friends' birthday party, birthday dinner. I'm gonna catch that, and then right after that, I'm gonna go to the East Side, and it's an artist named Jay Swishes.
Jay Swishes?
He having a listening event. So I'm gonna pass through there, just show some love.
Oh my goodness! All right. I'm over here. I'm behind the scenes like normal. Y'all can hear me. I don't give a fuck. I gotta make sure my shit all right. So 211 Studios.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now you have a media career now. How do you like rapping versus media? Like what do you think? What do you think? I know you still rap, but if you had to like compare them.
It's tricky, man. I think because what I do is I try to marry my love of hip hop with what I do like within the media. So I try to like combine what I mean. Like when I worked on the morning show, a lot of the things that we would do was really hip hop, from of course interviewing rappers, but even to like we had a weekly trivia segment where we would do sports and hip hop trivia, or we would I would do games or different segments where we would just talk about music. So it's very, I try to marry the two all the time. But if I had to pick between the two, honestly, for me in my life, media has paid my bills. It's put me in an opportunity where
No,
I can,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
And it takes a lot to get your hip hop career, your rap hip hop career off. Like,
yeah,
especially now today, unless you have a good connection or good relationships, like we said before,
right.
with someone, then you could get that to work for you. But I like media.
Yeah, I mean it's a good, like you said before, it's a great way. Like first you were drawing, then you were rapping, now you're doing this, but you're still expressing yourself. So
Yeah, it's like I could just talk. I
yeah,
could just, and I feel like with rap, do that like my back. With rap, you can be yourself with rap,
hmm
but you also gotta be that extra, like to
yeah,
sell it.
an exaggerated
It's a
version of
version
yourself.
of whoever you are
Yeah,
or whoever you're trying to be, because we've all done that.
yeah, of course,
This
yeah,
I could just be me. And
yeah,
I just be like, hey, if I fuck up, I fuck up. If I don't, I don't. But it's me, and
hmm
it's an honesty to it
hmm
that you can't hide. And I feel like that works with people. Like people get to understand that a little bit more and shit like that.
yeah,
Um, Halloween. Halloween just passed. You take the
hmm
kids out.
of course, yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
was dope.
Let me ask
Yeah,
you a question. You took the kids out.
yeah,
Was there any other kids outside?
it was.
It seemed like
And
Halloween ain't for the kids no more.
I know what you're getting at. Yeah, I know what you're getting at because depending on where you are, you don't see kids
Yo,
trick or treating and doing that
I
no
don't
more.
think no one
But
came here. Listen,
yeah,
Halloween is for adults
yeah.
and Instagram.
Halloween is for the
Halloween
thotties.
is for what?
Halloween is for the thotties.
I mean, well, it's been for that because they
Yeah.
just wear different outfits that they would wear at the club, but it's just like, oh, let me wear this or that. But it's been for the thotties. But now it's not only, I think, all right, what's for the kids, then then all the horror like outfits, they made girl versions of it. So they
Yeah.
became for the thotties.
Right.
But now motherfuckers, you gotta get a whole like makeup crew, and
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
because all the celebs and
Yeah.
everybody is
It,
going
it's
out,
like a marketing play.
and of course, Diddy Revolt. You
Yeah, he
know what I mean?
killed it. He killed it. He
Yeah,
did. The
he did.
Joker.
He was feeling a little bit way too comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, he was,
He
man.
was.
The mannerisms. Shit, I know he's acted before, but the way he was doing that, so in character like that, he should re up on a role or two because he
No,
was
he
killing
could
that.
really. Because I'm gonna tell you, it was like a mix of three Jokers. It was a mix of Jack Nicholson.
Jack, yeah, I knew he was gonna say Jack.
He had a little Jack in there.
Yep.
He definitely had Heath Ledger, but the one that you forgot, that people tend to forget, he had a little bit of the fucking 65 Batman Joker.
Ooh,
My
from the
man,
television show.
yeah, the one that he didn't shave his mustache because he's like, nah, he was getting play off the mustache. The girls liked him for the so he said, listen, you're gonna paint over the mustache. So, Diddy painted over the beard and all that, but that was Nick. He had that little bit of playfulness, but I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, he could definitely do it.
yeah,
He
man.
did a whole rollout for like his deli
Yeah,
on or something.
yep.
Am I getting a sponsor now? God damn
You
it.
should, you should. Cardi B too. Cardi B did Marge Simpson, and she
Didn't
did a
Lizzo
whole.
do it too?
I
I
don't.
think
I'm
they
not
both.
sure
A lot
about
of
that.
people did similar ones and shit like that. But yeah, Halloween Stallion.
Meg, yes sir.
She's an MC or a rapper.
Yeah, yeah. Meg can rap.
So called Drake said something on the album about her.
Yeah, it was like a. Was
It
it
was
a
a clever
shot at her?
bar.
Yeah, it was like something about
She ain't
taking
take
shots. Yeah,
shots. She lied, but it was, whatever.
yeah. I heard this.
She went to social media about it.
Yep.
Megan, darling, sister, you are a MC or a rapper. You know what these guys do when you get talked about? You 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 do a record and
Yeah.
you go back. You don't go to social media. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
And I feel like she kind of, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot who it was, but when she did the Jodeci, she flipped the Jodeci joint. And I feel like she was kind of like doing that formula. I don't know. I guess this triggered her in a different kind of way. Maybe because it was Drake, or maybe because she knew the attention that Drake 21 project was going to garner,
No,
but
I
that just
just
made her jump
think.
out.
I mean, yeah, it's Drake, and yeah, you could put it all on it's Drake and all that, but nah. If you in this field
No,
and
I
you
agree.
claim to be this person, pardon me, then you react the way you're supposed to react. You
I agree.
don't hide behind social media and play victim again. This whole victim lifestyle that people do. They won't play victim when it suits them. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So that's why I wanted to get your feedback on how that was.
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody like Megan, for better or worse, she's been through a lot in these past, let's call it 5 years. I mean, she's lost her mother. She's gone through whatever she went through with what's my brother from Toronto, Daystar, uh,
Who's this?
Tory Lanez. She went through
Oh yeah,
whatever the thing
yeah.
was with Tory
Yeah,
Lanez. She's
I
gone through a
understand
lot.
that. It's not like you
So
being called a joke or anything. It's just like, yo, that was a bar. It wasn't even that big of a bar. I mean, it was a clever bar, but it wasn't that big of a bar to lose your head over. I mean, he had another bar where he single-handedly said, Serena,
talking
your
about Serena
husband's a
husband,
groupie. Like,
yeah.
God damn,
I didn't even
Serena,
know
your
that.
husband's a groupie.
And when he
Like,
said he said it's no boof, no beef. He said no boo, whatever
oh
he
yeah,
said. Y'all know what he
yeah.
said, but I'm like, what is Drake
Are
calling
you a
him a
groupie for
Serena
your
husband?
wife?
I'm a groupie for my wife,
There you go.
man.
There's the answer right there. There you go, Drake.
This
Drake, find yourself to
it's
be.
it's
Drake is a groupie for basketball and athletes. He's a groupie for athletes. Drake. I guess I'll never interview you. Whatever. Fuck it.
no, it is. You got to call a spade a spade. I mean, come on,
Yeah,
Drake.
he's cheesing off of basketball and all that shit. Shit, I
But it's a
don't.
different type of thing. I don't think Drake's ever been through that type of, and I don't know, I could be wrong because I don't know Drake, but when but it's not about that. I think Drake fully understands that. I just think that whatever problem he have with Serena's husband, he just wanted to humiliate him.
I just think he's Drake. Drake plays the game so ill because
Yeah,
he's able to talk about people and get away with it somehow.
Yeah.
He's able to.
He kind of does it like Hove used to do it.
Yeah. Hope did get away with that shit. But Drake's feeling himself now. His ish part of himself is feeling himself. Like he seems like the white.
Yeah.
We're back live. We did like a promo run earlier.
Yeah. Now we ready.
No, I guess we're gonna go through this quick as a motherfucker. Like honestly, my bad.
Nah,
I had to light something up for this. So
let's go.
Shout out everybody. If you live here, you live. We did a recording. We're gonna do a quick up recording. This is Kyle Will, the media man himself. You know what I mean? You hail from Newark, right?
I'm born in Newark. I represent New Brunswick, New Jersey, Central Jersey. Right now I'm living in Elizabeth. I represent the whole Jersey.
Elizabeth's nice. So the area you're in is a nice little over there?
It's nice. I'm in the downtown area. I guess they call it Midtown, whatever. It's nice. Yeah. Shout out to Elizabeth.
You know what I mean? Shout out Elizabeth. You know what I mean? Jersey City, Newark, Irvington. I used to do Amazon. So I used to have to deliver. I was at Amazon right off of 1 and 9, but you know where Lookers is?
Yeah, you gas up at the Wawa right there.
Yeah, I used to love
that in the morning.
Oh hell yeah! I still got my old shirt in case I want to impersonate a nigga. Anyway, hell yeah, the Wawa. We had to go there. That's where you get your water bottles, because fellas, you're gonna need a water bottle if you.
Man, listen, man, God bless y'all.
I made some good money there, but yeah, it's hard. But shout out to my manager. He always used to give me the like Maplewood and shit like that. Like the nice old areas and
shout out to Rotimi, representing Maplewood.
Oh, he in Maplewood?
That's where he's from.
He's from Maplewood? He's from Nigeria to Maplewood?
Yeah.
How did you do that, Rotimi? I need to, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Maplewood.
So, real quick, because I don't want to keep this man is busy. He came. I knew this man for a while back now, honestly, for about 10, 15 years or some shit. Met him years ago. Met him as a rapper.
Yeah.
He's no longer, he's still an MC. Let me not get that. MC, but he doesn't just do rap. He's a media connoisseur of sorts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's been a busy 2 weeks. And he also hails from a hip hop, a royalty. His family and his blood.
Yes, sir.
You know, Do It All from Lord to the Underground is his blood, his cousin. You know what I mean? He's also councilman in Newark. You know what I mean? So shout out to Do It All. You know what I
Honorable
mean?
Dupre Kelly,
Say
Councilman.
that shit again. You know I ain't gonna fuck it up.
First term.
That's right, first term. That's right. Fuck it. So I had to get my man here. I hit him up like, yo man, can you come through? Sure. Had this date set, but my last week interview got pushed back. I'm gonna have him tomorrow. The Round Table Podcast, my man Shah. So I was like, yo, can you switch up? He came through. He's a busy man. So real quick, your thoughts on Kanye and Kyrie.
Okay. So
I'm just gonna hit. I'm just gonna go
so real quick, I think Kanye. It's just a really interesting situation the way it's developed. I think initially, Kanye, and we spoke about this offline, but I think Kanye reminds me a lot of a dear cousin of mine that passed away. Sometimes when
and you said
he battled with schizophrenia and he had a lot of other mental issues. And when I listen to Kanye speak, the thought patterns and the just the jumbled array of things that he has to say remind me immediately when I listen to him it's like that's like cuz, and I'm like, yeah, he has something to say. There's some truth,
but it's scattered, and he never follows back to his original point.
Yeah,
like like the whole slavery was a choice shit. I understand where he was going with it, but like I told him before, he doesn't know how to. First of all, you don't like him as a messenger. He's not good at delivery, and he can't execute it. If you are 3 of those things you need to have to get a message across.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't like how I get the message across, it doesn't matter that I have all the facts and the information that's correct. You're going to look past that and you're going to be like, but I don't like him. Yeah. All the facts and the logic is here, but you need someone
There's so many brothers on the corner right now that look crazy out of their mind.
But they make sense.
But if you break down what they're saying, it makes a lot of sense, but they look crazy. So it's like, yo.
The presentation ain't right.
Yeah, exactly.
The presentation ain't right. Like I told you, shout out to Kyrie, fellow flat earther. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Y'all can suck my shit. I will destroy you. You come to me with that globe shit, but that's all right.
Shout out to Jersey, man.
Yeah, shout out to Jersey. You know what I mean? They're trying to set an example for these two guys.
Yeah. I think Nick Cannon, when he used the term buck breaking, I feel like that was accurate.
A lot of buck breaking going on. A lot of slavery terms, a lot of making examples of. And like I said before, I don't like how a lot of the black media heads are talking about these individuals.
Yeah. I think that's, I think, it's crazy because usually you'll see a figurehead, so to speak, like, just off the top of my head, because I just watched this, somebody like Jalen Rose will come out and say something and he'll articulate his thoughts, particularly how he feels about Kyrie. And then you go into the comment section and it'll be kind of mixed, or it'll kind of be like, people will be, they'll absorb it and they'll kind of see both sides. But it was like an overwhelming avalanche of people that were just rejecting what Jalen Rose had to say. And they would.
But why exactly would they?
I think people are fed up with what they've been seeing with Kyrie for one, and then I really genuinely don't think that there's. I genuinely don't think in a lot of people's minds, and I do agree too, that the punishment doesn't reflect the crime.
Okay,
if you want to call it a crime,
No, it doesn't. I think a lot of the things that were told. A lot of things I told you I knew since I was younger.
Right.
I don't think anything they like to use people like to use the Semitic word. Now I understand this doesn't even have the term with being racist. It has the term with the language. Semitic. It has to deal with the actual language, right? So my thing is he didn't say these people are bad. He might have said, are these people that might have something to do with these people that run everything else are doing me dirty. But
talking about Kanye.
Yeah. But if you're not, I'm going to lead into Kyrie. But if you're not specific about it, then they take it as the whole, right? They take it as you're meaning everybody that lives this lifestyle, right?
But that's why you have to be direct and you have to speak in direct terms, because if you leave anything open, people can take what you say and twist it any kind of way.
Yeah, but why, when it comes, why? This is my question. When it comes to lighter people, just lighter, fair-skinned people,
skin,
yeah. Why, if you tell them, you can't tell them about themselves without them getting upset. Think about that. If you tell, they could say, "Oh, you're a basketball player, or you're a musician, you do that." I could get offended. Why? Because I'm black, and the only thing you reference a nigga to be are these three sets.
Yeah.
So if I say, "Oh, you're ish person, and you're a banker," why do you think I'm a banker? Well, there's a lot of you that are. There's a lot of you that do that.
I didn't hear anybody put it in those terms before the way you just put it.
Or you're a cop in New York area, the New York area. Oh, what are you? And you're white. Are you Irish? Yeah, why? Well, there's a lot of Irish people that are cops. Or in that, you know what I mean? It's just, so it's nothing bad, but I think they take it as you're singling them to this certain thing. Like, honestly, I'll tell you this, if I ruled the world, I would be like, yeah, I rule the world, and what? Shout out! What up?
Well, first of all, I think that's just a good lesson on why sweeping generalizations are just not good, right? You shouldn't generalize people based on their race or whatever it is. And then the other thing, when it comes to specifically to Jewish people,
I was running from the J word.
Yeah, okay. But I'm speaking from love, so it's no disrespect. Like you hear, I think, and we've mentioned him offline, but he's a good friend of mine. Peter Rosenberg talks about the way he feels about it personally is just he feels like it's tropes that are reminiscent of, World War II days and Hitler and things like that. I think, man,
why isn't World War II Nazis the Hitler look? Why aren't y'all mad at Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah. The whole setup for Darth Vader and the troops are the Nazis and Hitler.
Oh, you putting me on something, bro.
Look at I watched the Andor show that's out now. It's a Star Wars show, and it's like the realest one, right? It hardly has robots in it. It hardly has those Muppet creatures, but it has all the people in it. All the people in it, they all speak like they're from UK and British now, like back in the day. And they all have the outfit that's very Nazi-like. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, if I put on a costume that looks like a Nazi, like somebody on a Halloween dressed up like Hitler and they got mad at him, they like, what are you doing? They threw shit at him or whatever the fuck.
Oh, shit.
So if I dress up in a former, if that's the case, then why, see, I think it was Patrice O'Neal said this. Y'all, as white people or as Jewish people, they got a villain they could point to. They have a villain they could point to. He looks like this. You can't have the mustache. You can't have the haircut. You can't look like that. They have a villain they could point to and say that's the bad guy. We as black people, the villain is everyone.
Is a system.
Is the system.
It's the system, yeah.
It's like, so we don't have.
It goes, and to go back to what not to cut you off, but to go back to what you said about how, like we walk around in this thing where, are you a basketball player or a rapper, this thing, or whatever the trope or whatever the insult is. It's like once you get to a certain age, like we are, you've been living this life so long where those things, you laugh at them. It's to the point where they don't bother you.
Because we are, as a people, we're very like, it's all right. Big mama gotcha. Yeah. And even if you do us wrong, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're more welcoming to outside people than we are our own. When I was coming up with my family, shout out to everybody in my family, we were a negative family. It was negative. But everybody outside was like, hey, how you doing? It was cooler with everybody outside. When you come home, like this, because you're staring at this person all day. You're building up resentment. It's like we built up resentment for everybody that looks like us. Yeah. And everybody outside is like, oh, okay. And these guys are known for if we go to dates, quote unquote cops, they'll shoot us. but we still want to be over here. We don't want to be over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah. So that's it for that. Kyrie, shout out to him. And he just sent the link. But the person that wrote the book or the person that's selling the book is not getting reprimanded, but he's getting reprimanded.
I watched that movie too, that documentary. It was long. It was like 3 hours. I watched the whole thing, man.
And how was it?
It's a lot of information, man. It's one of those things where
you gotta absorb it.
Yeah, I mean, some of
price
it
went up.
Like you were saying, you gotta. Some of the stuff that I've heard before, and I just know, just from having a lot of conversations with a lot of the gods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there's some things that I think, honestly, as a filmmaker, kind of probably should have just steered away from. Like,
I know they talked about it not being a quote unquote hollow for a situation.
Right. And
I know that's the main thing they're taking.
And I think that wasn't even like a main focus, I would say, of the story that the message that he was trying to convey, but it was in there, so you can't ignore it because it is in there. But yeah, man, it's
I mean, think about it. 6 years of Holocaust or being a black man in America since 16-something and to this day. Who has a bigger Holocaust?
I'm not getting into that. I mean,
who got the bigger one? Who got the bigger one, dog? I'm sorry, man. With certain people, like, all right, when I have this joke. See, I have jokes that I don't want to say it now because it'll get me whatchamacall. All right, let's go back to Newark. Like I said, Brick City. We had a couple casualties. You know what I mean? RIP the Tame One.
Yes.
Which I didn't know was behind a lot of things, and I believe is related to Redman, my favorite MC of all time.
And shout to Elder Sensei, man. Hold your head, bro. We were in the studio with Elder Sensei, I want to say a couple months ago, and I remember earlier you said that you used to draw.
Yeah.
And it was so ill because El was just sitting with his iPad, and I thought he was writing rhymes the whole time.
He was doodling something.
He made like a portrait. Like he
wasn't doodling.
Crazy.
He was doing some real shit.
But it had something to pertain to the song that he was doing. Because he was in the lab, so he was listening to the beat and he was doing his thing. But he was like, anyway. Shout to Elder Sensei. Hold your head, brother. Because
shout out El.
That's a huge loss. Black men in their 20s or in their 50s. It seemed like one of those decades.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous. R.I.P. Hurricane G.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Legend out here. Especially for the Baduik. Wow, I can't even say shit. So especially for the land people.
Yeah, man.
You know
and a lot of y'all female MCs that's out here flourishing and definitely this is
they don't even
pay some homage, man. Please.
No. Like I said, the whole Megan thing. I said that. I don't even know how many times I gotta say that. Like, you're MC. Rap back. Don't hide behind like social media. Rap. That's all you gotta do. He dissed you. You're in the boys club. Hey. You know what I mean? You're in the boys club. Other MCs that females did it. Shit, Roxanne.
Yeah. I mean, happy belated birthday to Roxanne Shante. She sure did. Yes,
you know what I mean? And she was nasty. She's still nasty. You know what I mean? She was giving them motherfuckers a run for their money.
Man, bro, I sat with Roxanne Shante at WBLS, and the old WBLS when they was on Park Avenue, and she sat down with me. This was before the Netflix movie and all of that. Matter of fact, I don't think they even covered this in the Netflix documentary.
Oh, were you this before it?
Or the movie, yeah. This was before. And we sat that. Matter of fact, I remember the day because it was the day that I thought that Carmelo Anthony was going to come to the Nets. He left Denver, but he ended up coming to the Knicks. So that's how long ago it was.
You want to go to the Nets instead of the Knicks? You still ain't doing anything in New York. The Brooklyn would have made it better?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, anyway, shout to Carmelo. Roxanne shot down and told me her entire story from her being a breast cancer survivor to all the things that she had to deal with. She was living in the Spires, which is First Street in Newark, which is very notorious. Some buildings. Roxanne Shante is ill, man, and she's also, I believe, she's a professor.
I think she's a professor at some college or something like that.
Yeah,
school, right?
And a PhD, I believe. She's listen. All female MCs, again, rest in peace to Hurricane G, but all female MCs, you need to do your history and pay your homage to Roxanne Shante.
I think the new breed of MC, female or not female, don't care because it's so easy to get whatever they're trying to get. Because like it's a popularity contest. You don't have to be nice or nothing. You just gotta be have enough followers and be popular enough that you can make something happen. The girl what's the new girl? I fucking forget her name with the afro, the curly afro. Is there Philly?
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. Is that Ice Spice?
Yeah.
That sounds like some food or some kind of deodorant. I'm sorry.
I don't know where it came from, but I was thinking like, is it like her saying this is her like bipolar thing?
I don't know. But listen. They saying someone said if she didn't look that good with the song and pop, and I said maybe it's a possibility. If it's all on her looks, yeah, there's a combination that even a male rapper. You take somebody like a 50 Cent or something, he has the aesthetic look that will get people, females, to love him.
At that time,
you know what I mean? So, yes, the image helps a lot.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. With anything, if you look...
I just think of McDonald's when I see it. Shout out. She them Bronx. I don't want no problem. Them bitches.
One thing about that song, though, one thing that is still interesting to me about that song, just forget the lyrics and everything. No, you know, the hook is cool, whatever, is like a new word or whatever, but listen to that beat. That don't sound like a new age beat. Like that bass line and that whoever the producer is, shout out to you, because that don't sound like a drill record to me. That don't sound like
it doesn't have the standard drill beat sound, but she does the drill flow.
Yeah, she stays
with the drill flow.
What it is now. But I need to find out who the producer is.
My thing for like drill rappers. Drill rappers, you hear? Let me make sure. Drill rappers. And shout out because my niece's brother, he's a drill rapper, and I heard his stuff is good. But I tell him,
shout out,
you gotta have a different flow. You can't stick with that the original flow, because then that's all you're gonna be able to do. Yeah. So you gotta be versatile, because that flow is very easy for them to kind of like bop in and bop out with. And I'm like, okay, but can you do something else? Because if you're doing that flow to every beat, it's not gonna work. She made it work. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta end it with like. Oh man!
Nah, but shout out to all the female MCs that's doing anything. But please, like we saying, and it's not just Roxanne, it's Queen Latifah, it's MC Light, but pay some respect to where you came from, because it's 50 years of hip hop later this next year, and we need.
Next year is 50 years, 100%. Yeah, rapping, media.
Yeah, which one?
Media, because it pays your bills.
Media pays our bills. Yeah. So.
But hip hop you always love.
But hip hop is what I live, man. This is my culture. I know. I heard somebody saying the other day, hip hop is not really a culture. I tend to disagree with that, man. Hip hop is the way.
No, hip hop is the closest thing we have to a community. It's definitely a culture, and it's taking other culture. It's taking other pieces of other things to make it a culture. Yeah. But everything that's culture in America, we make it.
That's real.
Everything.
Real.
Listen, when they said the whole race thing came from a race for spices, these niggas went out to find spices and came back with the motherfuckers that make spices.
and it got spicy.
Yeah, it's still spicy to this day. Still spicy. So let's go over a couple things. 211 Studios.
Yeah, shout out to 211.
Yo, if you need some good work, Super Eds, go to 211 Studios, hit them up. Yep, legendary studios out there. That's in Newark, you know what I mean? Almost like the middle of downtown, kind of in the middle of downtown, a little bit off to the side of it. Yes, you know what I mean? Go there. Great sound, great engineer, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Somebody that you might know might pop up and be like, hey,
ain't it the truth?
Can I get a verse or two? God damn it.
Yeah. You don't never know who will walk through them doors. I remember Ed Lover was in there walking around one time with just a socks on.
You can't get comfortable with that nigga. You get comfortable.
Shout out to Ed Lover.
So you are a family man?
Yes.
I met him. He was just kid with the NJ hat fitted on with a bag. You like vests too. Did you have a thing for vests?
I did. I went
You
through
had a
that
thing
phase.
for vests.
It was like that Joe Budden Love and Hip Hop
I was
thing.
looking like he need a denim vest to make sure his aesthetic is right. Just to make sure that's right. And he was rapping, he was going out. I was like, all right, cool. I ain't think nothing of it. And then all of a sudden he went into this media man, and I found him one day on TMZ. I was scrolling through TMZ and these motherfuckers was asking his opinion. I said, wait a minute, where the fuck did I go wrong? Because I ain't getting asked this shit. I know him. And how did he get to Harv and all these other motherfuckers?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? He was on TMZ for a couple episodes, right?
Yeah, I think I did about 4 or 5 episodes with TMZ.
Okay. So, and you got that through one of your peoples through a podcast. Actually.
Yeah, shout to Jen Jersey. I was doing some work, some podcasts with Do It All. Actually, he and I were working out together, just doing
relationships.
Yeah,
that's where the money is.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And Jen, she came on as just initially she was just like a supporter, and you know I don't want to say a fan, she was a supporter, and then we just extended the invitation for her to just come and like we're doing right now, just chop it up and offer her perspective on things. We were talking about a lot of hip hop, maybe some politics and stuff, just some entertainment, pop culture stuff. But she you know, got a liking to me and what I do and my perspective that I have. And she has some connections to her PR and, you know, her different outlets that she worked with.
Mm-hmm.
And make a long story short, she, you know, she gave me the plug. That's another thing we need to always do as people, you know, collaborating and getting together is great. And that's what we should do. But we should also offer our resources to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Pass up the plug, give up the plug.
Yeah. A lot of times you want to hold it to yourself. And,
yeah, that's,
I mean, man. Like, nah. You know what it is? I think, not to cut you off, mm-hmm. It's the ego of, I can't let this motherfucker surpass me.
Yeah, I can't let you pass me. Yeah, exactly.
I love watching my brothers make it.
Same.
Yo, I swear to God, because at the end of the day, y'all niggas know me. Y'all niggas knew I was there. So it doesn't, like, when I see, like, listen, I called him, this is all relationship. I'm like, this nigga, he could have said, yo, I'm too busy, or whatever the case may be. I know people right now that on my Facebook, Instagram, all the time. I hit him up, yo, too busy. All right. You see what I'm doing here? You see what I'm doing here? So he said, yo, I'll come through, boom, boom, boom. Yo, but I knew this man when he wasn't who he is today, but he's someone else today that a lot of people that you guys look up to, admire, they know him on a first name basis. Kyrie, just like Kyrie.
Yeah, man. You know, it's just like you said, and just to beat it in the head, it's relationships, man. The best currency that you can have in any business, but especially this business, is relationships. Like, yo, you got a construction business, or you a contractor. There's some big stuff going on downtown.
And you know somebody that needs something.
And I know you do good work. That's the other thing.
Because it's going bad on you.
Yeah, you can't be bad. You gotta be good at what you do. Now, people not gonna give you the plug if you're not good at what you do. But you know, as long as you solid and good at what you do, of course I'm gonna pass the plug. That's the community building, take it full circle that we're talking about, that we need to do, doing those type of things for each other. And nobody says this stuff better. If you think I even sound even halfway good saying this, nobody says it's better than Dame Dash. I need to follow the
shout out to Dame Dash. Yes, 100%. Yes.
And shout out to my man Tajay Moreno, the hip hop therapist, Hillin is Gangster, one of Dame's right hand man. That's Dame's therapist. And he also has a show that I'm working on with him together, Moonlight, and producing with him.
Oh shit!
It's a you know.
What's up? And I used to watch Moonlight in the 80s with Bruce Willis. I like that shit. Swear to God, that was one of my favorite shit. That's what I do. That's what this is about. Yeah. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. See, building. That's why I love seeing a lot of people that I have on the show are people that are young entrepreneurs that got something going. So I'm like, yo, let me shine a light on you.
I appreciate it.
And one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's how I'm an OG like that. So, like I said before, favorite MC, that's Redman. RP Hurricane G, RP Tame One. Condolences to Redman, that's Tame One's cousin. Mm-hmm. Condolences to Tame One's family and friends. condolences to Hurricane G family and friends. What else can we talk about real quick before we get out of here? I don't know. Do you have any questions for me?
I mean,
you have any questions?
I do have to say that. I mean, this is not necessarily a question, but I do love the cross color slides you rocking right now.
Oh yeah.
He's literally walking it like he's talking with the black.
Listen. I'm gonna get
is that April Walker is Walker wearing? But
no, I found this. I swear to God, I was in the mall because I was shout out to We Out Travel. You know what I mean? They got a brand new event happening in April. It's Jamaica time, Montego Bay. Ooh. Go get your tickets. We're gonna put your deposit down. Get it. I'm about to get right with it because come on, it's gonna be a whole movie out there. I had to shout them out because last April I went to DR with those fellas and I was like, I need some new slides. So I was like, what's gonna make me stick out? And I found these cross colors. I said, damn, this is my era.
Cross man, come
Paco
on.
jeans.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's all that. So I was
even
like,
FUBU, even though people tried to play.
Nah, FUBU was that shit. Listen, I wanted the FUBU leather with the Fat Albert.
With the Fat Albert,
yeah,
the platinum.
I wanted that, yo. The platinum joint, nigga, I still got fake iceberg in the closet. I don't give a fuck.
Iceberg, yeah.
I got fake all that shit. God damn it.
I bought an iceberg. She thought I knew Snoopy. Yeah, man. Nah, I mean, I don't have any questions. I'm just really, really grateful and thankful.
No.
Seriously, any opportunity I get to just build and
thank you for coming here.
Bridge build.
You know what I mean? Thank you for coming in, sharing your time, even though we had to re-record a couple of things and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? I don't want to hold you up too much. Like I said, the Black Panther movie was great. Go see it. It's gonna make you cry, make you tear up, and it's a good movie. Namor did his thing. Go give that awards out. You know what I mean? Black people, black women. You know what I mean? It was beautiful.
And if y'all black people in media, if y'all got writing credentials or whatever, and if you have a vote, man, vote, man. Vote in the Academy, vote in the Golden Globes, vote in the Grammys. Let's stop complaining about all that shit with awards, man. And if you got the vote, cast the vote, man.
Why do everybody gotta prove? I came from an era where you didn't tell people who you believe, who you prayed to.
Yeah.
You didn't
vote for.
You didn't who you vote for. Yeah. It was something else. Now you gotta wear the sticker.
Yeah.
You gotta put like look, I did it just like you. I got the sticker. I'm fucking with them. I'm going over everything. Making rap. Stop doing that bitch ass shit. RP take off again.
Yeah.
That was tragic. I don't know what's gonna happen in the South. Them boys don't play games out there.
Let's get it together, y'all.
Like I said, nothing's gonna happen if we keep killing each other. It's gonna be a repeat. It's been repeat since the 70s on or 60s on. We doing their job for them. Don't do that. We gotta find a better way. I know it's ego and pride, but we gotta put that aside. That was a bar. There you go. Boom.
Yes, sir.
Black media. Anything you want to say, sir? Don't be like the ish people. Give people a chance. We all make mistakes. Stop hitting them in their pockets. If you're going to hit them in their pockets, hit the fair-skinned people in their pockets too, like fucking Mel Gibson. There you go. I'm scamming.
Man, bro, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Kai Williams, the media man. Anywhere you want them to go.
Hit Kai Will Media, KYWILL Media.
Kai Will Media.
Hit me up on there. Let's
you hear that? I'll have the first clip out tomorrow. Thank you for enjoying the show. I'm going to have a lot of stuff because there's a lot of stuff all over the place. I'm going to put together like a pizza pie. And we'll be here tomorrow night.
Jersey pie.
Be here tomorrow night for the Roundtable podcast. It's going to be podcast on Podcast Talk. That's when we get to talk about the podcast beef that's going on. I held you out of that one.
Okay.
I was like, I got to get something to him. So thank you all for watching. We out. Take a couple pictures.